When God is silent, it can feel like the most painful kind of loneliness. You pray, you beg, you wait, and all you hear is the echo of your own thoughts. No signs, no answers, just a wall of stillness. And in that quiet, the doubt creeps in. Did I take a wrong turn? Have I been abandoned? Is God even listening? We've all been there, and it's one of the most misunderstood seasons in the life of faith. But what if I told you that the silence isn't rejection, it's refinement? What if, instead of turning away from you, God is actually drawing you closer? Not through words, but through trust. Even Jesus, the beloved Son of God, faced that silence. Hanging on the cross, he cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" In that moment, heaven didn't thunder. No angel appeared. There was silence. But it didn't mean the Father had left him. It meant that redemption was unfolding. The silence of God is not the absence of God. Sometimes he's silent because he's already spoken. He's already given you the words you need, the promise you're meant to stand on. And now it's your time to walk it out, not by confirmation, but by conviction. Other times, his silence is space for your growth. You're not being punished. You're being trusted. Because trust grows in silence. Think about it. When everything is loud, when signs are obvious, when prayers are quickly answered, it doesn't require as much faith. But when the path is dark and God seems quiet, that's where real faith is born. That's where your roots go deep. Look at Abraham walking up Mount Moriah with Isaac, his promise in one hand and a knife in the other. There was no booming voice saying, "Stop, Abraham," until the very last second. All the way up that mountain, it was just silence and trust. And in the silence, God was watching. God was moving. God was preparing the ram just out of sight. In our lives, the silence can feel endless, but God's silence is never empty. It's full of purpose. It's the holy pause before the miraculous shift. Don't forget, some of the most powerful transformations in Scripture happened in quiet, hidden places. Joseph in the prison, David in the cave, Esther in the palace, waiting for the right moment, Paul in the desert, even Jesus in the tomb. The silence is not a void, it's a womb. Something is being formed in you. So, what do you do in that silence? You worship anyway. You speak his promises out loud. You show up in faith even when your feelings are numb. You keep doing what he told you to do last. You live like the breakthrough is already written into your story, because it is. The enemy loves to use silence to whisper lies, to tell you that you're forgotten, that you're on your own, that you must have failed. But the enemy knows something he doesn't want you to realize. Silence is sacred space. It's where authority is built. It's where spiritual muscle grows. It's where your dependence on applause, signs, and reassurance gets burned off, and what's left is pure faith. God isn't ghosting you. He's growing you. He hasn't abandoned you. He's advancing you. And just because he's not talking doesn't mean he's not working. Hold on, even in the quiet, because when God breaks the silence, it will be with purpose, power, and provision. So, if you're in that place right now where it feels like the heavens are shut, I want you to know something. You are not alone. Many have walked this path, and on the other side of it, they didn't just find answers. They found unshakable trust. They found intimacy. They found strength they didn't know they had. You will too. The silence is not the end of your story. It's the deep breath before your destiny. If this message spoke to your spirit, share it with someone who might be in a silent season right now. You never know how deeply a word like this can touch someone who's on the edge of giving up. And if you want more encouragement like this, real talk, real faith, real connection, subscribe and hit the bell so we can keep walking this journey together. Leave a comment below if you've been through a silent season or you're in one now. I'd love to pray for you personally.